Good morning, Escambia County. Hey, this morning I'm headed to Tampa. We're going to be doing some amateur fights, and we're going to be sanctioning some amateur fights. I'm here with my beautiful wife. She's the chief official. And anyways, I've been in Facebook jail on my main account for about almost 3 days now because of commenting on to Douglas Underhill, our county commissioner. And anyways, y'all know I'm a redneck. All right, so he shares this stuff on his personal Facebook page, social media, and so he shared this thing about the kayak rental business out on River Road. Says that they're filling in lands, and there's people back and forth going, I don't see what the big deal is. It doesn't look like anything's been done. And some are saying, whatever, protect our environment, whatever it is. But anyhow, I come on here. Actually, one of my friends calls and said, hey, did you see Douglas is calling you a little girl and stuff on Facebook? And I'm like, come on. Now, I get that people say things on here, and I've been guilty of it myself. Lose a little bit of self-restraint on commenting when I shouldn't. But this is a public official at 7:30 in the morning, an elected official, and he responds to his constituents, and whether they live in D2, D1, or right on the edge, or D4, D3, it doesn't matter. He represents all of them in one way or another because he's got a vote that affects everybody in our county. So luckily, the other commissioners hadn't been doing much to support any of his nonsense. But should a county commissioner go on to Facebook insulting, the people who are paying his salary? And I'm just going to read a couple of them here. It's pretty crazy. Every time he responds, and of course he responds with my name and others. Anybody who disagrees with him. All right, this is the first thing this morning. This is an hour ago, and he says. Dan says, I didn't know we could do that. I have a great contact for sand. Can I put me about 10 loads on my beach, ? Please. I have my own sand sifter. Now I know he's making a joke here. He's talking about his beach, which is beach access number 4. We the people paid for it. So, but it goes back and forth, and I just can't believe that a grown-ass man is going to sit here and say these kind of things when he's getting paid and he's on the clock. I mean, he's got to be on Facebook 10 hours a day, every day. I don't see how. I mean, he will respond to anytime, anybody, anywhere. Heck, he spent probably an hour or more Facebook messaging me yesterday morning. He just can't help himself. He must have called me 10 insults, and I was keeping it as professional as I could. He's trying to press all my buttons, but he really don't mean that much to me. He's just a bad representative as far as I'm concerned. But anyhow, he says, Dan Clark, what is it with the same band of lunatics freaking out over everything I post? Randy, Larry, Dan, Mel, ... Y'all are some triggered idiots if I ever saw it. Get a life. I mean, this is coming from an elected official who obviously doesn't want to de-escalate anything. He just wants to perpetuate it, keep it going. He thrives off of it like a child would. in middle school. And I gotta admit, he pulls me in sometimes. I try not to. But he says, "Oh, Dan, it's personal. You little band of flying monkeys can't get through a day without losing your minds over something I did or didn't do. Randy tells lies about my family because I beat his patron, Jean. Mel is pissed because I would not do her a personal fave way with my public office. Larry takes more selfies than a 14-year-old cheerleader. Y'all love the drama. Same as those Russians, the Russian collusion freaks." Now, I don't know I think that's called, well, let me finish this. On the national stage, your friends come up to me all the time cracking jokes about how obsessed y'all are. Now, it really doesn't matter to me, because I got some personal, fortitude. I don't have to deal with this stuff. He don't have to deal with this stuff. He don't have to respond to everybody like this. It's ridiculous. But a 14-year-old cheerleader. Larry takes more selfies than a 14-year-old cheerleader. Tell me that ain't something straight out of middle school. I mean, Douglas and I were the same age, so we didn't have the social media when we were in junior high, but same thing. It continues. He says, Randy Cudd responded to him, and Randy said, "Sorry, we actually don't care about you at all. It's your actions of destructive behavior that we are trying to stop." And Dan comments, "You made me bust out laughing. Spit my coffee across the table. Thank you for the amusement this morning." That's what he's providing. He's providing amusement to people at our expense. So he responds to Randy, "My favorite dumbass Captain Cudd scheme was the water slide into the Gulf. Your man crush, Valentino, even created the temporary structures ordinance to help you make it happen. That ordinance caused such a mess elsewhere in the county. And of course, you never followed through." I mean, man crush. Like I said, some children would be doing. I don't get it. So anyways, he comments to a lot of people. And I simply respond because I didn't say anything on this morning. So I do respond with my dad's account, so Larry Downs. I said, "Douglas Underhill, people can be so petty and childish. The sad part is when elected officials behave in such a manner." I'm going to end with that. So, y'all have a good day. This could go on and on. If I read the other stuff, you would be amazed. Anyways, hopefully this is serves a purpose for Douglas to stop doing this. Do your job. Your job ain't to attack every citizen that disagrees with you or calls you a name. It's what children do. You just do the job you're getting paid to do. And if you want to get on social media and talk about government business, well, do that. Ignore the people who say things to you that you don't agree with or you don't like. Just ignore them. That's what adult elected representatives do. All right. I'm out. See y'all later.